Welcome to a special edition of Larry King Now.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Here to discuss why that legacy is particularly important for younger Americans is Scott D. Reich, author of the new book titled The Power of Citizenship: Why John F. Kennedy Matters to a New Generation. You're only 30. What prompted you to write? You're a practicing attorney. What prompted you to write this book?
Well, I think for some time now, our country has moved away in some sense from the message of ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Part of being a citizen means that we're belonging to something bigger than ourselves. We need to give back, and part of that does mean that we should be looking out for one another. I mean, I'm personally sick and tired of hearing our politicians just trashing each other and talking about, defining us based on who we voted for in the last election. That's ridiculous. We are on the same team. Right now, there's this general frustration and dissatisfaction with the system, so to speak, and that's why I think that, as Kennedy said in his inaugural address, it's time to pass the torch again, and young people need to get involved. He emphasized the theme of citizenship, this idea that we belong to a community larger than ourselves, and that with the privilege of being American comes obligations. He offers us a vision, a model for how we can be good citizens and look past our differences and be challenged to make our country better. We need new leaders. We need people without the old hates and rivalries to pick up this torch and say, you know what, I don't care about the old arguments. I'm going to make a difference. In our own lives, each of us has the power to contribute, to participate. That doesn't mean we all have to go into politics, doesn't mean everyone's going to join the Peace Corps, but we're going to do something that advances our community interest and makes life better here. As a country, we have veered pretty far off course in terms of our political discourse, and it's time for us to bring back a time when there was a more dignified exchange of ideas, people willing to look past party labels, people willing to foster a spirit of compromise and cooperation. The discourse today has become so divided and bitter along partisan lines, and it's very frustrating for people, especially of my generation, the millennial generation, to have basically grown up in an era where the sides don't speak to one another. And we need to focus again on working together across party lines and getting new people involved who can embrace the spirit of service. Kennedy talks about public service. He talks about people getting involved. He has these big dreams, these big goals. We're going to land a man on the moon. We're going to be pioneers in this search for a new frontier. And that is the message and the spirit that I think needs to be emphasized, especially today with everything that's going on in our country and the world. It's important for a young generation to feel inspired again, to feel that they can really give back and that they can contribute to something that's special. That's citizenship. We mutually pledge to each other. We are in this together. We're on the same team. We have a shared fate. We have a shared destiny, and we need to do something about it. We need to act in ways that reflect these values.
Great meeting you, Scott. You've got a tremendous future.